Hey guys, how's it going? If you haven't noticed, I deleted my last video. It's because I'm doing an updated version because I actually wound up going to GameStop and picking up a new game. Now, in the previous video, I didn't really have a new game from GameStop to test. But it still is going to hold the same, and I could tell two different experiences. So I have two new copies of games, one bought from Ahoy, one bought from GameStop. And I have two used games, one bought from Ahoy, the other one bought from GameStop. Make it more fair and even. So without further ado, we're going to start off with the new games. And I want to tell you about the experience I had going to buy them and talking about how the product looks overall. So, we'll start with GameStop. Now, there's a game I've been really wanting to play. It's actually based off of a movie franchise I don't really care about, but I do love the developer. So, I went to GameStop and did a little shopping, and I found out they had it brand new. So, I went ahead and bought it. Now, unlike the next story unlike the GameStop used story that you're going to hear, this trip to GameStop was actually surprisingly pleasant. No one harassed me. They just asked me how my day was and if I was looking for anything particular. And I actually wound up asking them questions to see how they respond, and he was not rude to me whatsoever. He was actually a really nice guy, and he helped me out a lot. And just because of him, I'm actually going to go back at some point and buy some Magic the Gathering cards. So, thanks to you, man. I want to go buy Magic cards from GameStop. He kicks ass. That dude was awesome. But I wound up picking up Avatar: Frontiers of Pandora. Now, I know Death is probably upset. This was in his top 10 worst. I actually did wind up playing some of it. It's a pretty decent game. It's just Far Cry. Honestly, to me, this is a much better game so far than Far Cry 6. I'm sorry, I'm going to say it. This is better than Far Cry 6. Is it better than any of the previous Far Cry games? Fuck no. But as a game, as an open world game, it's pretty enjoyable, at least for me. And I would fucking like Avatar, and this game's fun as shit. Being able to jump on top of trees and fucking snipe with a bow, or just wreck some soldier's day in the most badass fashion is pretty fucking sick. So, I spent $70 on this. Now, there's no plastic on this. This is why. Well, for one, I would have already opened it, but I'm not saying this is the fault of the cashier. I want to say it's possibly because it was their last copy, but when I bought the game, I bought it brand new. I handed him the case that was on the shelf, and he went ahead and grabbed a white sleeve with a 2-disc in it. And I was like really confused because when I used to shop at GameStop, they used to just pull like a newly sealed copy of the game from the drawer, and it's like, here you go. Not this time. I don't know if they're changing the way they do things, but this is technically the display box that was on the shelf. And they just put the disc on the inside. Now, what's cool is that they did put it in the sleeve. So, it was properly wrapped in the sleeve. And it's actually a pretty sick way of doing it. But it's similar to the way the next game we'll talk about. But yeah, they didn't hand me a newly sealed copy, but it's still a new copy of the game. The discs are brand new. Everything's brand new in it. It's a brand new copy of the game. And yeah, it came to a shock to me to learn that this game's on 2 fucking discs. Look at this shit. 2 fucking discs. It's a huge fucking game, but it's a damn fun game. I'm having fun with it. So, this experience was great. Had a ton of fun going to GameStop, especially talking to a really nice person, a really nice cashier. And if he's working there, I'll go back there. But overall, the product was great. I just kind of wish they just would have just got me a sealed copy. At this rate, I could have just went to Target and bought this game. It would have been cheaper. So I can't really recommend it, even though the cashier was super nice. And the quality of the product is great. Not the game itself. I won't be doing a review of the game. I'm just playing it because I wanted a new Far Cry type game, and honestly, way fucking better than Far Cry 6, as I said. But I don't know if you can see it, but there's like a sticker mark there from where the GameStop sticker was. So yeah, I mean, I'm hoping this was just because this was the last new copy they had of Avatar Frontiers of Pandora, but who knows. But as it stands, I gotta review it right now. Great customer service today, but unfortunately the quality of the product is a bit, you know, bleh. You know what I mean? Bleh. It wasn't all that great. Now let's compare it to the game's Ahoy one. I wound up buying a new copy of The Witcher 3 Game of the Year edition. Mostly because I couldn't find a copy of the complete edition. I've been looking for the complete edition on disc, can't find it. So I figured it's close enough, you know, it's the same thing. One difference is that this one's called Game of the Year edition, the other one's called Complete Edition. So, I mean, the only thing you're really gonna be missing is just the Netflix on the box. But this one was a bit different. So, unlike with Avatar Frontiers of Pandora from GameStop, this one was in the shelf in a plastic shell casing. Now, as I described in the last video, if you watched the last video, this one was also not sealed. In fact, they used, it's technically the display box, but not really. It was on the shelf, but they did the same thing they did with Avatar Frontiers of Pandora, which is good because I get to compare them now. They did the same thing. Both games, both their discs, were in sleeves that were put into the cases. Same thing. And the thing I will say about this though is at least there's those sticker marks from the GameStop sticker. I mean, I would fucking hope so. And of course, I mean, again, just like the Avatar one, I mean, it is a brand new copy of the game. It's just, it wasn't wrapped in plastic, which is fine. I'm not butthurt about it. I'm not even butthurt about this one. I still got 2 brand new copies of games. I just wish that they were wrapped in plastic so you get that feeling of, okay, yeah, this has definitely never been opened. But same thing with GameStop this day when I got this game. Fantastic customer service. Everyone was super nice to me. No one bugged me. So both days, getting brand new copies of the games had great customer service, which was weird. But honestly, when it comes to buying new games, I want to get the edge to Games Ahoy. Because not only is the price great, $25 for a brand new copy of The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt is pretty damn good, especially with how fantastic this RPG is. But the problem is that I wish these games would have came, if this game would have came wrapped up, still in the plastic, I would have given the clear edge to GameStop. But, unfortunately, GameStop, you had to use a display case, which, you know, has a sticker residue on it. This one doesn't. This is purely just a brand new case that has the brand new disc in it. It just wasn't wrapped in plastic. So, the edge for brand new games has to get a Games Ahoy. It's close. It was super duper close because this is still great. It's not as good as this. Now we're going to go to these 2 stores, bread and butter, used games. Now, this is where, in the last video, if you haven't had time to watch it, this is also great for new viewers. When it comes to used games, you have to be really careful about what you buy. Me personally, I always have to ask to check the disc. And unfortunately for GameStop, this is where this particular day they fell downhill. I wanted buying a used copy of Fallout 76. The reason being is I wanted the game on disc. I have all the other Fallout games on disc, so I wanted 76. Now, the customer service this day was garbage. I remember walking in, asking for a copy of Fallout 76. They handed me it, and I told this story yesterday, but I asked if I could see the disc. And I remember the first one they gave me was really bad looking, and they expected me just to be okay with it. I was like, hey, is there any way I could probably get, if you have another disc back there, is there any way I could get a better looking disc? I got the, sure. I'm like, okay. They went ahead and got me the other disc, and granted, this disc, near fucking mint. It's in great condition. The fact is, when you go to a store, great customer service is always a must. It's going to make you feel warm and welcome and wanting to come back to said store. That's just how it works, and I wish more stores would do something like that, but they don't. They really fucking don't, which is a shame, but whatever. When it comes to this, the customer service really turned me away from it. However, the quality of the product itself is really fucking good for pre-owned. I mean, look at this case. Other than some like plastic, like right here, this is in really great shape. I mean, it's complete in box too. Even down to having the fucking atom code, which didn't work, but it's whatever. It's only $5 worth of fucking atoms. But yeah, everything was practically mint. So it's like, again, GameStop delivered a pretty good product. But unlike with the Avatar Frontiers Pandora, customer service was really fucking lacking. So, man, it's a shame, because if it would have been great customer service, I would be like, man, GameStop's been a really good choice. I don't know, I saw a comment of someone who's like, my GameStop's like that too, so GameStop maybe hire some nicer people. I mean, hell, hire more people that sold me this, because, I mean, he was really nice and understanding. The person that sold me this wasn't, but yeah, the major downfall for GameStop in this situation was the customer service. The pre-owned product is great though. Now I want to get the games Ahoy. I want to buy another Bethesda title from them, Skyrim Special Edition. You might be wondering, wow, why are you buying Skyrim? Because I fucking love Skyrim, what can I say? But this one was $10. And I remember going there. This was the first time I ever went to a Games Ahoy. And I remember falling in love with the store. It was a fantastic store. Loved every moment of it. And the way they did their pre-owned games is really sick. They actually have the cases on display and they're wrapped in plastic. I'm like, okay, sweet. And I figured out why they did that. I guarantee it's to probably keep people from stealing, but it's also to protect the game cases from outside forces. So that way the cases can look in the best shape they can, and it works. I mean, look at how good this case looks. It looks fucking brand new. That's how you sell a pre-owned product. Now, when I went to purchase it, their return policy is fantastic. I was like, you know what, I don't even need to look at the disc. I'll just come back if something's wrong. Luckily for me, I didn't have to. This game is complete in box with a near mint condition disc. And customer service, fantastic. It really nice. Asked me, how was my day, if I needed any help, and when I said, my day's great, don't need any help, they left me alone. That's what I like. Unlike with GameStop, where I feel like I was being hassled that day, which, I mean, it wasn't as bad as I made it out to be, but it was still like, do you need help finding anything? No. Is there a particular game you're looking for? I'm just browsing. That sort of thing. Games Ahoy didn't do that. GameStop did. Games Ahoy didn't. And paying $10 for a near mint condition version of Skyrim Special Edition is a fucking steal. So again, with great pre-owned product and great customer service, I'm going to have to give the win again to Games Ahoy. I mean, it's simple, guys. Support your local mom and pop shops. It's okay to go to GameStop every now and again if there's a sale. I mean, hell, look at me. I went to GameStop to get this. I mean, shit. Mostly because I wanted to try it. But you can't beat how they've done everything. Anyways, guys, I hope that will do it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed watching. And yeah, remember, support your local game stores, and I'll talk to you guys next time.